There's a big push in this cold to help the homeless and make sure people have a chance to get warm and a place to sleep safely. Tonight, News 8 is talking to one mother who says she's grateful to get off the streets, but she's not the only one in need, as News 8's Jackie Slater shows us new at 11.
The United Way has their 211 hotline. Now, we can all help the city's homeless by giving that number a call if we see anybody out there on the streets that looks like they might need a warm place to stay. The United Way will send a crew out to take that person to a shelter. We spent some time at a shelter earlier today and got a better look at the state of homelessness in New Haven. Cheyenne Mendez says she's one of the lucky ones.
I'm very fortunate that even though I'm in a shelter, imagine if I was outside with my kids. And it makes me really sad that there is families who are on a waiting list or there's not space for them to be here.
Since July, Cheyenne has lived at Safe Haven, a long-term shelter that helps women and children get back on their feet.
I was working, but I had childcare at the time. And then the childcare, they weren't able to watch my daughters anymore. So that made me lose my job because I couldn't make up the hours. From there, I couldn't pay the rent. End up waiting out an eviction.
Her story is a familiar one.
In Connecticut, in order to afford a 2-bedroom apartment, you have to work the equivalent of 104 hours per week at Connecticut state minimum wage. So
Kara Capone is chief operating officer of New Reach, which oversees Life Haven and 2 other shelters. All of them are full all of the time.
sometimes it's one incident where the car breaks down and then they can't get to their job and then they lose employment. That's something that might cause somebody to become homeless.
According to HUD's 2013 point-in-time count, there were 767 homeless people in New Haven. 518 of them are single adults, 83 are families, and 177 are kids. Many of them are on waiting lists to get into the shelters. But tonight, with temps well below freezing, everyone is welcome. Cheyenne's advice to those in need: don't be afraid to ask for help.
Everyone has their own story, and one day you could have it all, the next day you might not. Everyone has their own life story, and I feel like people shouldn't judge them. They should know them.
Some good news: Cheyenne has found an apartment. She's also heading back to school in about 2 weeks. Now, as for the city's street homeless, police here in the city say they will be conducting some extra patrols this evening. If they see anyone who appears to be homeless, they will offer them a ride to one of the shelters. In New Haven, Jackie Slater, News 8.